Welcome back, lady lads and gentle lads, to another playthrough of the Sunless Skies. Last we left off, we had spoken with this circus fellow, the master of ceremony, so to speak, and what is the task that we picked up from him? In the journal, I think, is where we'll find it. Where is it going to be? Helping the circus. Okay, Port Avon and Lustrum. That is where we need to go. Last time round, we hit up Magdalene's Port Prosper, and we had intended to go eastwards in order to find Lustrum. But at our present rate of fuel, I don't think that is going to be the best idea. And furthermore, in our hold, we hold honey and verdant seeds. We need to deliver verdant seeds to Titania, so yes, I remember how I wanted to do this now. I think it is by heading south through the Williams Weald, going to Titania, then hitting up Port Avon, and finally heading back to New Winchester. It's going to be a bit risky, but I'm going to take the risk. Although, hold on a moment. Nope. It was 5 sacks of the seeds. Got it. Right. Nope, I remember how I wanted to do it properly now this time. And that is by heading over back towards New Winchester, picking up the last of what it is we need. And yes. Okay, we find another homestead. It is abandoned this time. Let's see if we fail at finding anything. A fetid clue. It has already been pillaged, but an odious smell leads us to a loose floorboard, where someone has concealed a bundle of blood-caked valuables. Rings are still attached to severed fingers and the earrings to ears. Hence, presumably, the smell. Oh, well, aside from the 5 terror, we do get 50 sovereigns. Add those to our, growing coffers. Along the way, we shall scout south, round this island, and then into New Winchester, just to clear away some of the fog of war. Or should I say, fog of sky? I don't know. A nebulous haze. There, that seems a bit more apposite. That is, by the way, for those who are wondering, apposite with an A, not an O. There is a difference between the two. Essentially, apposite is just, well, a fancy way of saying apt. Or fitting. I have no idea who came up with the term. It seems like a bit of a waste to have it sound so close to the word opposite. But it reads better on college essays, so make of that what you will. Okay. Yep. The Ringmaster wants ours. Okay. We have 4 of the 5 that we need, so that will be something we're going to take on sooner rather than later. But for now, Victoria's Market is where we shall fetch some supplies and fuel. Well, no. We'll leave 1 space in the cargo hold spare, just in case we run into something. On our way to Port Avon. Yes. A quick stop at the company house, and matters shall be quite firmly settled. We'll round around that topmost side. Brilliant. We're slowly getting the hang of the controls for this game. Deliver our port reports, 300 sovereigns, 3 times fortunes, all of that lovely guff. Nothing at the bazaar. And southbound we go. One of the pleasant things about Sunless Skies is that you no longer have to worry about spending too much money on fuel. Given so far that no matter where I have gone, food and fuel have cost the same amount. 20 for the fuel, and 40 for the supplies. Bit of lag there. Oh well. Yes, it is a bit expensive to travel around the Sunless Sky, but I suppose that is made up for by how generous everyone is with their finances, I guess. While we're in Port Avon, we can deliver 2 out of the 3 hunting trophies. It's just a bit of a pity that we've had to head along to Port Avon first. Indeed, the journey from the circus to Titania would have been much smoother. But oh well. No. We keep going. Roundabout nowhere in. And approach Port Avon from this angle. Fantastic. In a quiet day. 2 fuel for 20 sovereigns. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind. First, however, we go in here and drop off a settler that we had picked up earlier. We encourage them to disembark, and they give us the 100 sovereigns that they promised. We'll put up flyers for the strong woman. The residents, though, are somewhat strict about what may be posted where. They are happy to direct us to the appropriate bulletin board, though, so that's nice. First, however, write up the port report, before we forget, and then bring this up. We post the flyer in the designated spot as the citizenry are waking. By tea time, we overhear snippets of conversation. Could she lift the printing press? I wouldn't wager that anyone could hold my prize-winning pumpkin. If it's written, it shall be. Very good. Nothing further here to do. I guess we'll share some gossip to raise our welcome up to 4. Dare we venture into the Cyclopean ruins? No, both of these checks are still as bad as ever. The Nowhere Inn, however. This is where we can go to read some speculative fiction. We've already read The Eyes of Heaven and Bones in the Well, so why not The Devil's Confession? Being a satirical tale of infernal ambition and mortal folly. His companion's hooves thumped on the crimson carpet. The corridor was long and lined with doors, each with a brass knob. He opened one. The room behind was filled from floor to ceiling with bottled souls. He tried another, the same. We've never found a use for them, the devil admitted. Why, then, was he collecting them? Sorry about that snort. I'll probably miss that in the edit, but oh well. Right. For some reason, I'm feeling rather stuffy today. No clue why, really. No matter. We've gained a sky story, we are briefly without terror, and we head upstairs. Yes. Let us deliver the Canton-Carry trophy. The club will pay to hang it on their wall. The stout veteran pokes it. What a horrible creature. He twiddles his bushy mustache. A perfect centerpiece. Jenkins, fetch the hoist. 100 sovereigns richer we are. Also, like Yoda, we speak. And now for the Scribe Spinster, where they might need to clear some extra space for it. The stout veteran refuses to touch it. In my day, we never had nonsense like this, you know. It was all marsh wolves and ambulatory fungus. Good, sensible hunting. I mean, what even is this? I feel like it's watching me, and it doesn't even have eyes. Jenkins, put it somewhere where I won't see it. Well, sucks to be him, I guess. But now that we've been made even richer... do we head to the village green? Oh, there's nothing really to do there. Quick stop at the bazaar, and... Ooh. Yes, quite. We need one of these. And it is this which we must deliver. It's a pity we can't take on more of this. Oh well. Perhaps on our way back from Titania we'll pick it up. No matter. Maybe I feel stuffy because I haven't had my coffee today. Strange things, that. Or maybe it is the beginning of, well, pollen season. It is, after all, March the 1st. And I've already noticed some of the plants around my house budding. Indeed, they already started budding back in January. Well, that's global warming for you, I guess. I would still very much love to find where the well is. Although I fear that it is past Tiggelar's haunt. I am most cross with that news, that I must pass Tigler's haunt in order to, well, do anything. Okay, just making sure that the gun I had was the appropriate gun. After all, I did purchase it. Aha. Oh, there's 2 crowds of them. I do need one of you for a trophy. Come back here. Oh, bloody hell. Bit of stutter yet again. Oh no. Oh, they've gone for friends. Well, here's our first trophy, although it is rather unfortunate, but we need to go deal with more of them. Well, no matter. We shall collect a Chorister Corpse trophy. The crew set about the creature with hacksaws while the quartermaster prepares a board. Ah yes, it's just the same piece of text. Unfortunate. Yes, we very nearly got them with that shot. Oh, bollocks. Okay, good. We've dealt with it. And now... I guess we'll deal with the third while we're at it. But anyway. The swarm is a ruin of twitching legs and broken wings. One of the bees, the sigil on its back, occluded with ichor, begins its final tremulous song. Let us listen to its death hymn. They say it contains secrets if you can bear to listen all the way to the end. We fail, however. The sound is maddening, like steel nails dragged down a blackboard inhabited by amorous alley cats. Can you bear it? Let us listen to the end. We can afford to gain some terror. In adversity's strength, you grit your teeth and endure till the end. You'll dream of that song. You'll find yourself humming it on the bridge, while your officers stare in horror. Unfortunate. But we can afford to deal with this lot as well, I think. They managed to tag us a bit. But now we get to send someone out to recover its nectar. Chorister nectar is valued by poets, vocalists, and yada yada yada. Failure. We've lost a crew and gained only 12 sovereigns. Unfortunate. The crewman is elbow deep in B when the beast gives a final spasm and plunges its stinger into his wrist. His death is quick and loud. Unfortunate. We'll have to purchase more crew soon. Most unfortunate. First, a stop in the bazaar. Very good. And we've gained an additional plus 100 sovereigns on top. And yet more hours. I can't say no to them, really. And yes, 5 panes of stained glass. Wherever shall I get those? I'm not sure. There's a brigade of rats here. Chief engineers, it will increase our iron by 10. Ah, yes, let's sign them on, why not? The smallest, most scared rat, or scarred rat, is called Cinders. She introduces her companions. This, she indicates, the rat wearing goggles, is my second, Petronella, our mechanic. She gestures toward a rat with glossy fur. And this is our agent provocateur, Albrecht. The rat inclines his head. We need a locomotive. These battle-hardened rats are all that remain of the Rat Regiment, a mercenary company active in the early days of the Winchester War. Used to be a dozen of us. The best sappers around, says Cinders. Now look at us. Her whiskers twitch. Time for that later. We'll pay, sir. Very good. Wait, they'll pay? Why did I have to pay them then? No matter. Anything to do at the Porphyry Font. Sky Stories for Sovereigns. How far away am I from a level up? Not close enough. Ah, why not? Let us donate a vision of the heavens. The melancholy poet sighs longingly. Such courage, sir. Oh, to walk the paths of heaven and glut your eye with wonders. The reward is handsome. The poet's look is admiring. I have a weird feeling I should have held on to one of those, but I'll go for a level up instead. The melancholy poet fills a whole journal and sends out for a fresh bottle of ink. When you are finished, the poet needs a moment to think. This will need to go to someone of singular talent. Your payment is brought in. I misread that. Ah, well. No matter. No matter at all. Let us attend the exhibition. We might lose terror, and in fact we do. And yes, port report, before I forget. Would have been very dumb of me to have not done so. No matter. Okay. How best to head about this, then? We could make an attempt at the well. Our hull is still looking alright. We just need more fuel. And we are full up now. Polmir and Plenty's is not far off. I could make a partial delivery of ours. And then come back with the rest later. It's tempting. Very tempting. I will also pass through here, deal with some more bees. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's actually far more of these than I expected there to be. I am glad for the better gun, though. Oh boy. A bit terrifying that was. Let us continue listening to death hymns. Successfully this time. The sound is memorable, but not notably distressing until that high C which makes your teeth itch. Afterwards, are you wiser? Are you stronger? You are not less so. The bees died. You lived. Brilliant. Brief moment of terror there. We continue being successful. And before we continue, we have a matter to settle in regards to hearts, I think. Or perhaps should it be irons? Indeed, there is a lot here. What of steam and soot? Did we spend a lot of time at the engine yards, watching locomotives being built, repaired, and decommissioned? Iron behemoths with bones of steel, breaths of steam, and innards intricate as pocket watches. How did we spend our time among them? Eavesdropping on stories of skyfarers, or perhaps learning how the engines worked? Or perhaps... a black sheep. No. A metamorphosis, what about this? You could no longer be the person you were told to be. Your old life would have ground you beneath it. You had to change, but what was the change slow? But was the change slow or sudden? I'll learn to read one of these days. A gradual growth sounds fitting. We changed by inches, our new self growing from roots in the old. It was only after, when we looked back, that we saw how far we'd come. I don't know why I'm referring to myself in the first-person plural, but whatever, I'm rolling with it. Good. More irons, and a bit more hearts, just to even things off. Good, very good. Unless I'm mistaken, I only took minor damage in that combat. And now, we should have a much easier time racking up experience from chorister bees. Very good. Uh-oh. Yes, we took a hit there. And this time we failed, but we'll listen on. At the cost of some terror. Hopefully that was the last of the lot. And this does put a damper in our plans of, well... oh boy, another lot. Hey now. Brilliant. That is how I wished it to be done. Very good. We continue, well, gaining way more experience. Farming it out, so to speak. And I am oh, bollocks. More bees. Thank you. I didn't want to scavenge, but I will restore hull. Very good. Ouch. That wasn't supposed to happen now. Come on. Oh well. Dreadful maneuvering that. Truly dreadful. Oh well, I guess we are hitting up Polmir and Plenty's. Nothing. I have a sudden taste for Chorister Bee after, well... After learning that they provide one with experience. And quite vast sums of it, too. Even if it does cost us a bit of terror. It is very worthwhile for us to slaughter bees. Oh, I'm so sorely tempted to go down to the well. Truly I am. But I think Polmir and Plenty's ought to be our first stop. Yes, it would make the most sense for us to do so. Oh look, more free XP. Oh, bad shot. Very nearly took damage there, but we came away unscathed again. Oh, bloody hell. More of them. I could have sworn I hit them the fourth time. No matter. And just like that, we nearly have ourselves another level. How very interesting. Maybe I ought to be taking more risks. I'm oddly tempted to start making bad puns about cereal brands. I'll refrain from doing so, however. For everyone's sake, really. Rather pleasant, this. So far, trouble hasn't been too much for us. And once we deliver some of our cargo, it's a pity that we didn't have that extra one. Oh good, we have enough money for a new locomotive. But the locomotive we really want, we cannot have yet. And they only sell supplies. Let's take a quick glance at the map. Would Lustrum be here? Or more likely here? Well, regardless, we do have some fuel. Yes, we do have some fuel. I think we can make an effort of trying to discover a passage to Lustrum. We might even succeed. Who knows? Indeed, who knows? It seems a passageway has been found. Let us ask the owl what he thinks of the surrounding environs. Two things. Huh. Actually, it was three things. Oh, look at this. More unseasoned hours? I'm sorry. Would you care to bugger off, Mr. Tackety? I have neither the time nor inclination to be dealing with you. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, fine. Brilliant. Well, let us pillage their stores for fuel and supplies. We are partially successful, though we have lost another crew. Acrid smoke already chokes the locomotive's corridors. Our search party tears open lockers and cupboards as the fires close in. We locate fuel and supplies, but not everyone that ventured into those hellish corridors emerges again. We do have a mangled Tackety nameplate, however, and a tale of terror. And some supplies extra. That said... I am rather distraught by the fact that I cannot pass through that area. That said, we can finish off our contract by heading back to Polmir and Plenty's. I do, however, want to finish exploring up the coast here. Coast. I call it a coast, but truly it isn't a coast. I wonder if I should invest in a machine gun at some point. Or maybe a scattershot cannon. Either way. Yet another unseasoned hour to add. A marauder. How quaint. The music has changed, and this does look like a passage of sorts. Yes. I think we might be close to Lustrum now. Owl, what say you? Nothing to report. That and a bunch of stuff hidden. Oh. Brilliant. He disturbed me greatly. Let us explore the captain's cabin. Ah, just some salon-stewed gossip. Well. Spookier places we have seen. Although we managed to get out of that scuffle, well, those two scuffles in succession, rather well, so... Let us continue on. Perhaps we will find something even more worthwhile if we do. Though I do dislike the maze-like nature of this place. I mean, this entire map. I mean, look at it. Oh. I think I've made this joke before, but I do feel a bit railroaded. Oh no. We've lost another crew member. Well, we've yet to fall below the 50% mark, which I think is good. Now, whereabouts will we find Lustrum? Owl, do you have any good tidings for us? Successful report. I think we are getting closer. Really, I do. If I remember correctly, Lustrum stands beside one of the ports to the other, or way gates? I don't know how to describe them. And that was a dead end. Bloody hell, that was a dead end. But anyway, Lustrum should stand close to one of the way gates leading us out of this area. I forget where to exactly it connects. Oh boy. With crew levels low, less vital duties have begun to slip, like cleaning. Everything is covered in a layer of grime. There is a pervasive odor. It has passed the point of slovenliness and begun to affect morale, safety, and the health of those on board. Ugh. Unfortunately, there are more pressing concerns, and we've lost 2 crew as a result. Okay. We need to head back home, and we need to hire crew immediately. Because things are getting very bad for us. So much for our ambitions at Lustrum. I think I need to turn off the lamp. Oh, you bloody unfortunate sods. At least we're not chewing through food too quickly, so that's a plus. Okay, I think I can turn the lamp back on, honestly. We have a fair bit of food. We'll stop at Pulmir and Plenty's because we forgot to pick up a port report anyway. Oh, bollocks. A junior signaler receives a dose of medicinal port in the infirmary after seeing a frozen corpse spin past a window. The experience has shaken him. The dead are hungry, he says. We need to make an offering, or it'll come back and knocking at the hull. No. Okay, fine. We'll jettison a supply, reduce some of our terror. We will mourn the loss of chocolate biscuits, but supplies we can purchase at Pulmir and Plenty's, so I'm not too afraid. As long as we get back to port New Winchester on time, things will be fine and dandy for us. A note of panic is creeping into my voice, as I do not like the present situation very much. Okay. Step 1 of damage mitigation achieved. There are newcomers at the circus. We could offer them a purpose. We fail to offer them a purpose. Unfortunate. We shall write the port report we were meant to write earlier. Do we make the attempt? They don't seem inclined. Unfortunate. Well, no matter. We shall sell off our last barrel of ours and gain a vision of the heavens for our trouble, so that's nice. But this is what we really need. Just to keep ourselves afloat in that way. I don't want to be losing much more than I already have lost. And once we, well, get a bit closer to New Winchester, things should turn around for us, hopefully. We will, however, take a bit of an opportunity while we can to explore a bit further. Run across another Tackety, which we will deign not to fight. Morale is unfortunately fragile. Unfortunately, I cannot do much about that. Not until I get back to New Winchester and solve this problem. The problem of the lack of crew. And indeed, we're somewhat comforted by the idea that we are close to this disagreeable uncle, of which the game speaks. That is to say, New Winchester. A slight detour just to uncover a bit more of the mist hereabouts. It offends my autism, therefore it must go. Very good. Okay, and terror slowly begins to pass. We are no longer worried as much about the dire straits we are in. Morale is strained and someone has been careless. One of the barrels in your hold wasn't securely fastened. It has split, spilling the precious hours across the floor. Already the hour's insistent melancholy has begun to permeate the engine, and your clocks are becoming erratic. It will expose them to the stray solemn hours, unspooling in the hold, but waste not, want not. The crew assigned to the task emerged from the hold 30 minutes later, with 2 days' stubble and faces worn with solemn lines. The geodes are back in their newly repaired barrel, though, safe and sound. This Tackety is annoying me. I swear I will start hunting them for nameplates soon. No matter. We have arrived at port. Okay. Nectar for Magdalenes, we can do that. And Traitor's Wood wants more literature. I guess we could do that. I don't know where we'll find the literature, but yeah, sure, we'll hold on to it for now. Yes. How much do we need for you? 3,500. For now, let us go to the bank. It is 5 bouts of nectar we need. Nope, it is only 3. Okay. This last hour shall go away. Good, our hold is exactly as full as it needs to be. In Victoria's market, we shall then purchase that number of supplies. We'll go up to max. Stories-wise, at Wolvesey Station, we shall repair the locomotive. All of the hull that we have lost. Good. It was only the 10, apparently. And hiring crew members. We get the full complement of 7 that we were missing. Okay. It seems I bought the wrong thing. I should have purchased the supplies instead. Oh well. How best to go about this, then? No, we shall leave this here. We shall go to Victoria Market, purchase like so, and head along on that journey which we are planning to head along on. Which is to say, of course, our journey towards Lustrum. But, first, before we make such foolish maneuvers, let us stop by the company house, deliver our port reports, and once we find Lustrum, I think I'll end the episode. Okay. Dealt with. Very good. Oh, the bazaar is offering verdant seeds. A pity that we will not take up the bazaar on its offer. Dreadful of me, I know. Well, with that out of the way, and once we drop that final bit of fuel, good. Just trying to waste a bit of fuel so that it ticks over. Very good. And now, Victorious Market again. Cool, we're up to full. Let us continue about our journey. This time we will find Lustrum come hell or high water. No exceptions, we must find it. And blimey, if I have to see another Tackety making weird maneuvers, I am going to gun it down. For now, however, we'll bound north in order to find Palmyra and Plenties again. Trying to make my movements as efficient as possible. Good. Once at Palmyra and Plenties, we will stock up on supplies so that we are not shy thereof. For I do not want to be wanting. Actually, no. 5 and 6 ought to carry us through. But now that I'm maxed on crew, I am feeling a bit antsy about our supplies situation. So no. I am going to run with a bit more crew. Ah, there it is. Good. We carry a rock with us. Make our about turn. Head on in. Write a port report. Continue along on our way. I will max out on supplies. Very good. A pleasant little tune sees us along on our way. Officers-wise, is there anyone we'd rather have? Does it increase our irons by any? Oh, I don't know. I could have sworn it was supposed to increase our irons by 10. No, I have to take another look at that. Plus 2 hearts, plus 6 iron, or plus 6 veils, plus 2 iron. Maybe the text didn't get updated and this got balanced or something. I don't know. Oh well. An alliance of marauders have made their homes here, supposedly. Very good. No damage taken, somehow. Let's raid the safe. 30 sovereigns. Cheap and cheerful. It'll pay for another installment of fuel at some point. And now that we have a better gun, I'm feeling far more comfortable with combat. No matter, I shan't be wanting to take many more risks than I already have. Although, fortuitously, we are no longer going to be dealing with low crew issues. Please let it not be a dead end. That would be disastrously bad for us. And indeed, it would affect my morale quite negatively. Oh good. We are in a part of the Reach that is full of tubules. And crimson tentacles. Nothing spooky about this whatsoever. Yeah, just par for the course. It's just, you know, they're fronds. Fungal fronds of some variety. Granted, they look more like coral reefs than anything else, but... Is this nature? The fairy tales don't mention pustules. The princess is revolted by Hybris. Hybris? Is this what we've found? This is not the place I thought I would have found. A fledgling colony trying to dig its fingernails deep enough into the spongy fungal fabric of the Reach to cling on when hard times come. It is a sad truth that many more settlements are founded than flourish. Nestled amidst sprawling, sporing gardens of fungus, Hybris is a colony of octogenarians. Good. At the bazaar, what do you have? Ah, you have a taste for... or... you are willing to sell us souls. Trading with the locals supplies us only verdant seeds and supplies. Huh. Okay. What do they have to tell us? First, a port report is in order. Not much seems to happen in this sleepy place, but perhaps someone will be interested. Life moves slowly here. There are arguments over the rules of bowls, and the correct amount of time to steep tea. The station master seems to avoid the villagers. There is an unusual, unique quality to the starlight which filters through the underside of the caps. Huh. Anyway, nestled among the sprawling rotting buildings slough gently into decay. Maintenance is poor, the population aged. An insect, speckled with fungus, flies past, drowsily. Growth asks no license, reads a barely legible sign stacked into a collapsed pile of fungal eggs. Let us search for Madame Lumiere. A filmmaker should be difficult to miss in this hushed, secluded place. I'm glad we can take care of something while we're here. Loud curses lead you towards an elderly woman fiddling with an antiquated camera. She sighs and shuts the frame. That'll do. She offers a trembling hand. Lumiere, once a renowned explorer and filmmaker. Now, as you see. A cough rattles through her. You from New Winchester? I'll leave with you. I can pay my way. I'm done here and my lungs won't tolerate much more of this. She smiles wanly. I've a premiere to plan. Good. What about this venerable welcoming party which has gathered? A wizened mayor approaches. His back is bent, but his pace is steady. He has a firm handshake. Welcome to our little hideaway. Watch your step. That one's about to fruit. True enough, the little white sack at your feet suddenly splits. Snaking tendrils of red fungus explode outwards. A mayoral assistant, A severe woman of slightly less advanced years guides the mare to a nearby bench. You may stay as long as you like. And let us explore the settlement. Hybris has only a handful of buildings clustered among folds of fungus, yet life goes on here. Life moves at a slow pace on Hybris. Several colonists tend the allotments, while others sit squabbling quite outside the Brendan. Periodically, a lady emerges with tea and Fungal crackers. A carpenter struggles with the fretwork on the new town hall. The carvings are of factories and faceless workers. I can't remember what they looked like, he says sadly. Wander the wilds. Swamp and marsh, fungus and frond. Nowhere in the Reach has been so thoroughly colonized. It would be a shame not to see the sights. You enter the fungal forests of Hybris. Clouds of spores drift through the ropey tendrils of freestanding fungus. Giant ants pierced with spines of mushroom crawl to the tops of trees to better spread their spores. You wander amidst the webs and arches of mushrooms for some hours, until you stumble across a shallow graveyard. Each headstone bears a number of 7 digits or more. Barely covered in the shallow earth are sets of manacles. Huh. 5 sovereigns for some tea, why not? The only lodging house in Hybris and the only building with more than 1 story. The smell of stewed tea permeates the dilapidated boards. The owner keeps a clean and ordered house. She bakes her tea cakes to perfection and ices them to resemble the fungus that has colonized the windowsills. It's been here longer than us, she laughs as she pours another round of tea. The tea is sour. The milk has gone off. And lastly, a delicate inquiry to be made for the wizened mare. Everyone here is very old indeed. Is there a lower age limit on settling in Hybris? The wizened mare chuckles. Oh no. We'd welcome youth, but we don't get many settlers coming out this way. We're happily secluded here. He smiles wistfully as, across the marsh, is his mayoral assistant, trouncing and unfortunate at bowls. Our best years were spent by others. The wizened mayor glances towards the town hall, where preparations are being made for a performance. We have plans to hopefully change that, though. Spent by others. Does he speak of ours? Well, it's a rather cozy place, certainly. Not much for shops or anything else, but quite quaint and cozy indeed. And with that, we fail at finding Lustrum, but we do manage to find Hybris, and now we have a certain camera maiden in tow. And with that, I will be ending off the episode. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, or a subscription if you liked any of the stuff you were watching just now. And without further ado, I have been Smastian, and I'll see you once again in the Sunless Skies.